Middle Gear.
Thank you for joining the Untitled Studio Podcast number 23, I believe.
Wow. You could just start.
We have our full normal crew. I'd already pressed the button when you said "hold on, class." It takes a few minutes to go into effect. We have with us is Englehearth. We have Mr. Classholes and 4D Mike.
Yay.
Me, Stabby. That's right, I'm Stabby. But you can't see my actual name because I'm not on there as Stabby because I'm the channel person. Yeah. Woo.
Stabby.
And you're not important enough.
No, I'm definitely not important enough to have my own name.
You're just the host.
I'm All
right.
Whoa. Awesome.
Stabby hit a time warp.
Everyone
hit a time warp. Oh.
Yeah, you're doing the whole like
time warps.
I guess I can't put it on in another channel. If somebody wants to put the podcast on in another channel or another screen for them,
maybe. I don't know. Will that help?
Well, because I usually have the YouTube broadcast in another channel just to keep an eye on the time, but I'll have to do it another way.
Okay. It's called starting a timer.
And we lost Mr. Class.
Oh no, we lost the sound. Why did we lose sound? It's
a stellar beginning.
I know, we're just like absolute pro at this, aren't we? I saw Hitler and Lederhosen, and that was just, I'm good. Exactly, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so I figure I'll go for the standard presentation to begin with. If you guys are all ready and you can hear me.
Yes.
All right, sounds good.
Commence.
So this week I thought it might be a good idea to try to start the Tiny Tot Tussler Club. Capital idea.
Again.
What we can use. Everyone loves the classic film Fight Club, and everyone loves kids. I figure we just combine the two. Synergy.
Flawless logic.
Things we will need. We're going to need a steady supply of heroin and meth.
Yeah.
Always good.
We're going to need parents who do not love their children. That's definitely going to be important. They cannot love their kids, but they should be parents.
So
I think Florida might be our like gold mine. A country with no extradition treaty. Probably somewhere in South America where they just don't care about anything, and we can just build a compound in the jungle. I really like compounds, so I should have included that, but that's an unspoken thing on almost all of my things here. Just imagine that all of it takes place in a compound.
Just assume Stabby's launching all of these from compounds. Always.
Yes. For morally bankrupt employees that are good with kids.
So,
or not.
So basically, we're setting up something like in that one episode of South Park that you haven't seen because you're not a fan. Oh, okay.
Because I'm not a fan of South Park. Yeah, no. It really sucks that somebody's already come up with this. And we have a young class here in the picture. First things first.
Racist.
Look at that fucking death stare. That motherfucker will take your head
kill
off.
You.
We need a steady supply of heroin.
That picture.
In order to obtain and maintain the cooperation of the parents of our little champs. Plus, we can also think of it as a little inoculation against the development of a conscience in the days to come.
Very good. Very good. I think we're really lucky in that we're completely immune from this conscience. But
that would be awful.
We forget that other people aren't so blessed.
What is this thing that you speak of?
Trust me, it sucks.
All right.
Sucks.
I stepped on a well-dressed when I was a child.
Second thing, we obviously need parents who don't love their kids because we need American parents to bring their kids to South American third world hellhole. So I mean, if you're gonna have a family moving, somebody's phone is ringing in the background.
Also known as South America.
Definitely not mine.
Yeah, so if we're going to get parents to bring their kids to fight for us in a South American third world hellhole, we definitely need parents that do not like their kids. I don't know how much more I can state that.
Trailer park parents. Go.
Third is the word. We need a country with no extradition treaty, so the U.S. and their absurd moral superiority can't bother us. And here we have a picture of the real Uncle Sam with the vile skull face that lies underneath his skin.
You know, it's Nazi Germany in here. We can't even fight kids without getting harassed by the government.
Right. Well, how hard is it just to get like weed legalized? I mean, come on, that doesn't hurt anybody.
Mm-hmm. And this only hurts like kids, which are
Destroys
really people.
America.
Go
Fourth
look
rate.
at kids.
Yeah.
Kids have rights too.
Fourth grade now. Obviously, we want soulless employees, but they need to make kids like them. I think if we comb the churches, we will find plenty of former priests to assist us in our endeavor. We may have to turn our heads a little during the fighters' downtime, but hey, if it's good enough for the Vatican, it's good enough for us.
Yeah. And we already have like a criminal organization ready to hide these people if needed.
Well, I mean, we're in South America. Nobody will give a shit. They're priests.
That's true. You really thought this out.
I imagine being in such a shithole, they would absolutely love, eat this up. I mean, we get so many ticket sales.
That's my plan. This is going to be a cash cow. I'm telling you. Now, aggression.
Look how
Now,
many
most
fights
toddlers
this kid's been in.
aren't very
He doesn't have enough
aggressive. However, with a steady child-friendly dose of methamphetamines, I think we can change that. I'm pretty sure we can hide it in like candy or soda. I mean, something that kids like. Now, these are obviously too old. These kids are too old for the Fight Club, but this is just an example of what I think the meth will do to toddlers.
I really think you're underestimating the nastiness of toddlers.
You know what? If the meth cranks it to 11, it doesn't matter how nasty they are to start with.
Yeah.
That way we don't have to worry about, like, did we bring the right kid? We just will make the right kid, Oh, gosh.
He'll destroy his muscles throwing a punch.
You bet your life. And this is an example of one of the priests. Now, what kid wouldn't love that guy? I mean, he just looks so friendly.
No, don't touch
I bet he has
my
lots of candy in his pockets, too. We want to provide honest, reliable gambling for our customers. So we'll definitely sell tickets as well, but we have to be really stringent in order to prevent like fight fixing. We want to make sure that doesn't occur at any level of the Tiny Tussler Club. If that type of thing gets out of hand, our reputation will be ruined, and we might lose business. And so we got to make sure to keep up on that.
I suggest we go to that one country. I think it's Peru that has just legalized every drug, so that we can not only get ticket sales, but also a concession sale, like a drug concession stand.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, when all the drugs are legalized, good plan.
Yep.
Okay, so special events. As the Romans fed Christians to the lions, so too can we pit our little bruisers against an assortment of animals like raccoons, badgers, and maybe even dogs, like small ones, like little chihuahuas fighting a toddler.
Honey badgers.
We can also
that'd be a bloodbath. That'd be a bloodbath. Having a honey badger against like little kids.
Yeah, no.
and a humorous one
honey
at
badger
that.
wouldn't stand a chance.
We can also take advantage of fads. For instance, geek culture is in ascendance right now, and superheroes have never been so popular. So you can dress them up as little superheroes and villains and have fights like that.
Yeah, but popularity is so passé now.
Well, I'm just saying, whatever the fad is at the time, we don't have to do culture right now. We can put them in little fucking hipster outfits.
You get it?
Well, we don't do it forever. We only do it once.
I do it forever.
I'm proud of you.
Bow chicka bow wow.
Another idea, we could also potentially get our little champs messed up on cold medicine and espresso for humor matches. And then there's also, we could do a sort of a bear baiting thing with one really fat kid and 2 or 3 kids with snacks tied to them. And then the motivation is the only food they get is what they keep after the time limit is up.
Wow.
That might be kind of entertaining.
He's the champ.
Damn.
These are all like pictures I got off of like the open source leak. You can use them for whatever pictures.
Is that Chinese Cartman?
I am proud of you and your selection of B-roll photos.
That's Felix.
Contact. For legal reasons, we will contact you if we want to consider mutual business or investment opportunities. Yeah. You will not contact us.
Yeah. Don't call us.
Don't call us. We'll call you, definitely. So yeah, just thought I'd put that out there for everybody. So if anybody's,
Fantastic.
Oh, and then as class wanted us to ask for something
Really?
Yeah,
I did? No.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
You
don't know.
specifically had something you wanted us to ask for.
You did? Not
Oh.
5 minutes ago.
Okay. All right.
I couldn't have made that less understandable.
No, yeah.
What are you talking
Your connection was like going out, so it sounded like you wanted me to ask for blank, blank, blank.
How many dicks
Which is
should
not-
you suck?
What?
Yeah.
Suck
Okay.
a bag of dicks.
Anyway, I thought we should ask for game suggestions, preferably free ones, preferably multiplayer, or just funny stuff. I don't know.
I mean, they can't actually be single player. I mean, one of us can kind of take a hack at it, but we're probably aiming more towards a group thing.
Yeah.
Makes more sense.
Bounce your
We still want to play together.
Or maybe just like a 3-player thing, so we can leave someone out and they can get pissed.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
The guy that
like
complains all the time.
any kind of
Yeah,
like those Japanese story games that are funny if they can know of them.
Hey, any chance to like make really stupid voices for a good portion of time is good for me.
Yeah, as long as I don't have to do the Batman voice, because that shit ain't gonna work. That
Hey.
hurts like hell.
That is so much fun. I
would
thoroughly
like
enjoy
to,
making the Batman voice.
Sometimes you just can't get rid of a bum.
I'd like to reward everyone who's made it
Like
through
Hitler.
the first disastrous 10th of this cast with a nice picture.
Hitler in Lederhosen.
Yep.
Very
He's in-
nice.
It's springtime for Hitler.
Oh, Hitler and
Springtime apparently has snow on the ground. But yeah, he was out there in shorts, looking nice as
That's
always.
because he's manly.
It's a
Yeah.
very
He does have
early.
very shapely legs.
Yeah, he has very
Yeah, I mean,
smooth. I mean, no hair at all.
I am impressed. I am thoroughly impressed. Hitler really had something going on.
Is
And
one
he-
leg like way bigger than the other?
Yeah.
Well, he was missing
I
one
also
nut,
see
and one of his feet was clubbed. So probably.
No, you're thinking of the other guy, the propaganda minister.
Your mom?
He had a club foot.
Oh yeah.
Joseph
was that one?
Goebbels.
Hitler only had one nut, though, right? Didn't he have like mono nut?
I think so. That was it.
Nut.
He Lance
No, no, no,
Armstrong,
no, no.
I guess, or that'd be vice versa because
I don't think
Hitler
Lance
came first.
Armstrong has any nuts now. Maybe.
Oh, really? He just kind of wholesaled?
He lost
Yeah,
one. He
it's
lost
really
one of the cancer.
Wait, hold on.
Isn't that,
Oh.
isn't that the drug cancer bike rider guy?
Yeah, the one who was steroiding up all the time, and
Yeah.
everybody got
Yep.
People couldn't believe it.
really.
He'd only won like 1,000,000 fucking championships, and they're like, "What? He's doing drugs? Oh,
Well, you know the thing is, though, all the other people he was competing with were steroided up, so it's not like he was the only.
He's the one that got caught because he's the one
Like
that was
everybody's
best
like, "Oh,
at
I'm so heartbroken."
yeah." But who's shocked by
Huh?
that?
He
Yeah.
he was the one that was best at it. Like that's what happens. If you're the best at what you do, if you're the most successful, of course they're gonna
He was
jump
the
on your
best
ass.
at steroids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, then everybody can complain.
Yeah.
So
Can't we just have steroid?
I thought I would share this because I thought. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, can't we just have steroid Olympics? Just like, all right, you do steroids, so you qualify for that group now.
They're all on steroids, so
I think
why
that
sit
would
and
be
bitch and
fun.
moan about one or the other group? You know, just let them all do
I
it.
don't care. Well,
Yeah.
even the playing field for people that don't do it, if those people do in fact exist.
Have two leagues.
Oh, speaking of like races in the Olympics, a couple weeks ago we were talking about the outrage over some picture of a race with a bunch of guys in business suits, and there was a woman and a black guy trailing two white dudes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That was the best picture I've seen.
Designed
in a
by white
long
people.
while.
Yeah, well, some
Oh,
guy made it
man.
even better. He fixed the picture completely so it is now not racist and totally realistic.
Yes.
Now we have a police officer chasing the black guy.
I thought the black guy would win.
Oh,
He should be
God.
winning anyway. When do
Yeah.
white people
Well, this is
outrun
all
the black
clearly
guy?
a play on financial, so obviously he's not going to get paid as much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
but now
he
he's
probably
running
got
from the
tased
popo.
on the way to the finish line. That's what it looks like.
Don't tease me, bro.
And he should be banging that white girl.
Yeah.
This huge dong. The end.
Standing in the hallway doing
Daredevil, huh?
I thought this was
Yeah.
had the Daredevil show, which was
Continue.
meh. It was all right. But they had a bunch of complaints from blind people because it wasn't. It didn't have the spoken descriptions, audio descriptions
He's blind,
included.
so that's like his thing.
Yeah. So it's a blind superhero, and there were no audio description services available for it. So Netflix finally was like, "Oh yeah, we should probably do that."
You
so
think we should have
they
closed
announced that they're going to
captions
do that.
for the blind show? It's like, yeah.
Well, no,
probably.
they actually have audio descriptions which are spoken during the show. It'll be like a person,
So like a narrator.
the physical action. Yeah. And now he's walking across the room and talking to the girl.
Yeah.
I want to.
A huge dump. I want to be able to.
Who's the
I want to be
narrator?
able to.
Kind of like
That's awesome.
the upcoming series we have, Cine something. The name I can't remember.
Cinnamon.
Yeah, Cinemaniacs. There we go.
Cinemaniacs.
That was it.
There you go. Yeah.
Cinnamon.
I want to hear the audio description for porn movies. And now he's licking her
He's
clit
got a
for
huge
us,
dong.
and he's putting his finger into her vagina.
And
He's moving it rapidly back and forth inside of her.
At that
She
point,
is
it's just a book on tape at that point.
She's now licking his frenulum. He seems to be enjoying it rather a lot.
The wrench and his toolkit still lay on the unfixed air conditioning.
So before we
She
leave,
appears to be paying the pizza man with a blowjob.
well, yeah.
Going in and out.
Who
and
doesn't?
In and out. and
We
again.
have Pizza and Daredevil. Does anyone know the strange connection between Daredevil and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No, and I don't want to know.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, mind fuck yourself. Go look that up.
I like how Klaus just shut it down, so now none of us get to hear it.
I hate the
No, I
fans
wasn't gonna
doing
explain
things.
Hold
I'm
on,
gonna go
hold on,
work
hold
for
on.
it, like I had to.
Okay, well then I'll share this interesting story since we're going to just start talking about stuff that we never actually get to.
And that one episode of Star Trek, man.
Oh yeah, that was really shit. I hated it.
So I thought this was kind of funny. So some random stupid cunt on the internet decided to just get real pissed off at Meghan Trainor because she doesn't identify as a feminist.
Damn it! Why?
Somebody is very dissatisfied
How
with their
dare
life.
she not identify as a group you want her to?
Yeah, I mean she's already mediocre and does half-assed music that's just shitty and pop crap.
It's no big deal. Anyway.
But yeah, she's not a feminist and chooses not to identify as one. So clearly this is a problem.
Well, maybe the problem is feminism is identified with crazy fucks now. And people
Yeah, it couldn't possibly be that they're all extremists.
and people that used to consider themselves feminist or, on the same side as feminists like me are just like, that's crazy now. Now I can't identify
I
with that
honestly,
group.
yeah, I'm on that same boat. I probably would have described myself as a feminist 2 years ago, what some of the people who claim to be feminists are doing, and it was just like, well, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Those people are crazy as hell.
Now I'm a humanist.
Then I heard about the word egalitarian, which is not just gender, but race and whatever else. Everybody's the same. Oh, that makes way more sense than feminism.
Oh, okay. So
I just
that's
don't
what-
like the labels altogether. I just don't see the point to them.
I just
Yeah.
can't be bothered to spend the time it takes to separate people out into groups in my head, so everybody's the same because I just don't fucking care.
hmm
It's way too much work to worry about what race somebody is.
I mean,
I just
well,
don't. I
I-
don't know. I don't
I
care.
just carry my race hierarchy chart around with me to help with that.
it's something you keep in your back
I
pocket.
think we found class's new presentation.
Well,
His
my-
racial hierarchy.
That's
chart.
why.
Oh,
Oh,
yep,
that'd be
he
fantastic.
did indeed.
Yeah, do it.
Write that one down.
Oh man.
Okay.
I'm waiting for
Totally.
the hate from that. We might actually get taken off of YouTube class if you do that right. And frankly, I will
If
be
I do it
disappointed
right.
if
Do
we
it.
don't get complaints.
I hope so.
More resonant feedback.
Trying to get shut down would be the best thing ever.
Everybody.
Oh, that would be awesome. We'd get so many views after we weren't able to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Or communicate with our fans in any way, shape, or form.
15 minutes.
Oh, so what's our Twitter? In case we do get shut down.
Oh, it's Untitled Studios, but an O on studio or 0 on studios instead of an O.
Okay, there we go.
Good job, man.
Okay. I looked up Mike's thing that I'm talking about. The Daredevil. I'm looking at your thing. There's pictures on the internet.
Is it green?
I'm keeping them for myself.
And muscly?
No,
is it sex? Did Daredevil fuck the turtles?
Yeah. Yes, there was one night where he banged Splinter, and then for some reason it made turtles.
Like holding the tail up in front of him and just like pumping away.
Splinter all over my dick.
Oh, and then Michelangelo walks in. He's like, "Splinter, are you fighting?"
Yes, son, we're fighting. Leave now. Oh,
this is a special kata that I'll tell you later.
Apparently, the crossover is the same ooze vial that transformed the turtles.
Oh, it was the one that affected his eyes?
Was the one that like fell off a truck that smacked the Daredevil guy in the face and messed up his eyes, and it fell down the storm drain. When it fell down the storm drain, it smacked on the turtles and turned him in, all that stuff. So, and apparently there's like little references here and there, like what is it?
Yeah, they do that every once in a while. To be
like the turtles fight the bad guys called the Foot, and Daredevil fights a group called the Hand.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a little bit, of mix and match. Mix and match, yeah.
Mix and match. That actually sounds pretty fucking funny, to be honest. It's such a ridiculously terrible stretch that it might actually be entertaining.
Yeah. I just imagine that is the perfect shot of something falling off the truck. It smacks some guy in the head and lands into a storm drain, and then smacks a random ass.
It makes the superhero blind, and then makes other mutant.
I wonder if it also.
It transforms a rat to be a live person size, and then it smacks a dude in the face and makes him super blind. I don't know.
What's that? Who's that John Lovitz looking porn star?
What?
Ron Jeremy?
Yeah. I wonder if it smacked his dick on the way down too.
That's all I can think of.
It hit the kid's eye, and then it hit that dude's crotch, and then it hit the turtles. Like, we need Ron Jeremy to get in on that. And just have him banging the shit out of, like, fucking April O'Neil in one episode while the turtles and the...
Ooh, yeah. Which April? The Megan Fox one? Or the cartoon one?
I don't know. I just the comic book character, so that the turtles all cry, and, like, Michelangelo just fucking hangs himself. You see two little turtle legs just fucking swinging. like the next panel.
I feel like he'd just poison his own pizza and then eat it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, fucking poison his pizza. And then the other three turtles like, no, he was weak bitch anyway.
Anchovies and arsenic, dude.
They just, you know what? Then the other three turtles would just like kidnap Casey Jones and fucking reprogram him so he thinks he's Michelangelo because they want to replace him out of like sad desperation.
Is he a robot now? Whoa.
Yep.
That'd be pretty cool.
So. Yeah, and then the lights dim, and you hear this bell toll, right? And then the Undertaker comes in. He just cleans house. I mean, he's clotheslining guys left and right, hands out a tombstone pile driver and a choke slam. It's insane. I don't know what we're talking about because I wasn't listening.
Touch of death.
Everything's better with the Undertaker.
We were destroying childhood dreams. Class.
Turtles died.
Rest assured, we were doing our job while you were absent-mindedly ignoring us.
Penises were taken.
It was pretty intentional. I'll say that. I was intentionally ignoring.
Probably saved yourself.
You can suck the bag of dicks that you deserve.
Hey, is that that guy?
Send him my way and along with my coke, and I would definitely look into that.
All of the coke. That I only owe a little bit. I think maybe once or twice. I'm really good at that, though.
Your coke debt isn't as big as Mike and and stabbies.
Oh, but Mike's known you way longer than I have, so Mike is probably got the biggest of all.
You'll get a big bag of dicks with glitter mixed in it.
God damn it! I'm gonna give him a big bag of dicks. Are we just gonna all give him big bags of dicks? Like that's all we're gonna do?
Probably. That's not a proper payment. I'll take that as a diplomatic insult and reason for war, an act of war.
And skibby peanut butter.
So I wanted to share this. I know it's loosely tied to Gamergate.
No.
However, it's not really. That's not the part of it that I think is kind of funny. So apparently, and this is not that long ago, Calgary Expo has banned like the Gamergate stuff. From what the description is, they have actually banned them for doing the same thing that a lot of social justice warriors do to protest things they don't like.
What?
So apparently harassment can take any form. It may be, but is not limited to words, signs, offensive jokes, cartoons, pictures, posters, email jokes, or statements. Pranks. Now, intimidation and physical assault or contact or violence, those things are all harassment, I would say.
That kind of...
But, like,
that's a different level.
Considering the social justice warriors will go to, like...
Prank and physical assault is on the same list.
I know. It's so funny. Well, they obviously...
Email joke. And physical.
They want you to like conflate the two and be like, well, pranks. They think pranks are physical assault.
Well, I think some of those YouTube pranks, and like when people go into the hood and take the guy's phone, that's can be considered like assault, but that's not your usual prank at all.
Take my phone.
It's
not. I like the fact that
a prank, it's just theft.
Yeah.
And you're filming it.
The stuff that the stuff that gets me is like. Words, signs, offensive jokes, cartoons, and pictures. Like, really?
Yes.
Is it really harassment? It's not that those in and of themselves are harassment. It's harassment is when you're consistently doing something over and over and over that's really offensive to a specific individual, targeting that specific individual. Protesting an event or a panel is not harassment. Those are two very separate things.
With a cartoon.
But I thought it was really funny because a lot of the stuff that social justice warriors do, like they'll go in and sit in like a presentation and just scream the entire time so that nobody can talk.
Yeah,
and it's like, no, that's harassment. Holding up a sign because you don't like what the person's saying and you think that they're wrong is protest.
Yeah, like I've seen videos where they go into some, just like you said, into some presentation of somebody they don't want talking, and they'll pull the fire alarm, and so the fire department's got 5 trucks over there in a couple minutes when they could be helping somebody who's actually in need.
Honey badgers.
Oh wait! So the honey badgers plan to put on a panel at the Calgary Expo.
Yay. Because they don't give a fuck, I'm guessing.
And yeah, that's it. That was all it was. And apparently they got banned for it or something.
Yeah, they also tried to have a picnic.
I hear they want free speech.
On a public park outside the expo, and they got the police called on them.
Oh,
You're kidding me.
The police?
No.
Why would the police even give a shit?
Well, they came down, like they sent one officer down to, see what was happening, and they saw that, to my understanding, they saw that nothing like bad was happening, and you can't kick someone off a public park for doing nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, these people have the wrong ideas. They can't use the public space that they very well may pay for.
Yeah, that their taxes pay for. Yeah, no, I just thought that was really funny because essentially we're complaining and accusing a group of people.
The end.
We're doing a panel and a picnic. It's just like,
what?
And it's like, wait. The social justice warriors do all this shit.
No, that was a really good point, Stan.
That was a wonderful point. You displayed it beautifully.
You see, the difference is it's happening to them. When it's happening to them, it's wrong, and when they do it, it's right.
Absolutely.
You just have to figure that out in your head.
Yeah.
Yep.
The end.
You just have to completely, like... disregard that part of your brain that tells you to empathize with other points of view and other people.
Yeah.
Especially ones that disagree with you.
Kill that
I
little
don't want to
dumb
have a
cricket.
conscience. We talked about this earlier.
If somebody's different, you don't have to worry about their suffering.
Yeah, exactly. Wait. So you're saying in India, because of the incredibly rigid caste system, there are child prostitutes all over the place, and they're essentially accepted as, 14 and 15-year-old prostitutes. And that's okay because it doesn't involve wearing a Hawaiian shirt with pinup dolls on it?
Well, it's okay because I'm not saying it, and you need to shut up.
And take to Twitter because that motherfucker that landed on an asteroid, he's wearing a shirt with pinup pictures on it.
Asteroids and pinup girls.
That video game cover over there has a girl in a bikini top, and that's just not acceptable.
No.
But they're stoning women to death in the Middle East. But
she should be wearing a
Islamophobia, so don't pay any attention to that.
Yeah, she should
not be allowed to show any skin or hair.
Clothes, yes.
She needs to be wearing a burqa.
Mm-hmm.
And acid being thrown in their face is perfectly acceptable. That's part of their culture, and you're being a bigot by trying to prevent them from throwing acid with their faces.
One of my favorite presentations. In fact, my favorite presentation that I've done was Burkanetta in episode 5, I think.
That was good.
Shout out to episode 5. Throwback.
Do you remember?
But I thought this was funny.
5 of Untitled Day.
So Christina Hoff Summers, C.H. Summers. I don't know why I said Summerman. That doesn't make sense at all. Went and did a 2-hour speech at the behest of the Oberlin College in Ohio. And the reason she was doing the speech was there was a group that's talking about trying to teach people about, real science, how to separate the difference between a bad study and a good study, and let's bring people back to a more realistic view of what's going on. And so the feminists at that group crowded into the hall to get as many of their people in and prevent anybody who might have wanted to hear her as they could. They filled the first 3 rows with people who all had duct tape and just stared angrily at her through the whole 2-hour presentation, which personally I find kind of amusing because the only thing they really did for those first 3 rows of people was make people actually listen to somebody else's point of view, which they're notorious for just not wanting to do.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. And then there were a bunch of other people that would yell and call her a rape apologist, and they all through the speech basically just disrupting and interrupting everything.
Rapeologist.
The best part is before the event, they forced their way up on stage and announced that there would be a safe space, that they would be opening up a safe space for their peers who might need to decompress during or after the event. And that they would be gatekeeping the event to prevent anyone who was deemed dangerous or what was it? Oh, who would be dangerous or toxic.
Yeah.
So it was super funny because these 2 little kumquats were the ones that did it. If you get a chance, the link will be up there. If you were watching this, you should definitely just take a few moments to go over and watch the video. It's fucking hilarious. But I thought it was just really funny because this sort of sums up the whole thing of if it's not something they want to talk about, that anything is acceptable, even to the point of preventing other people who might have actually been interested in attending it by taking up all the seats.
Well, see, the ends justify the means because they know that they're right, and so it's okay for them to fight dirty because if it helps them win, then it helps everybody.
I would love to be one of those events. I want to see the bullshit at one of those events.
Yeah, you absolutely know.
They know it deep in their heart.
Yeah, you know that you're right when you know you're right. The best course of action is to shut off anyone who's wrong immediately.
Yeah.
Just do not let them speak to other people because
don't address their points.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Fellas,
They're
fellas,
suing.
I don't
don't
understand
actually
the possibility that you could be incorrect. You
That's a very good point,
would
Stabby.
never be wrong.
He is
Very
a
good.
master debater. A master debater.
I mean, he is
His-
just making point after point.
His microphone is totally helping him make his point so cleir. It's just
Am I going
Okay,
on like
I-
In
robot
case you
style
haven't
or
figured out,
something?
you're
yeah.
going out pretty bad.
Your mic is like fucking you up really bad.
I mean,
It's not doing
Stabby,
anything for you.
Yeah, my connection is awful right now.
I might be jumping the gun here, but I think we should award Stabby honorary voice of the generation.
Oh fuck.
All right.
Okay. I got censored. How appropriate. I got censored.
Take that.
Alright, what? I don't know.
I'm sorry. I had a feminist moment.
Oh.
God damn it. Okay. That's a fucking segment on this stuff. Is when is Stabby gonna talk about the next thing that the feminists do? Like that's really
Yeah, it's like Stabby brings.
Bring in.
Yeah, Stabby brings something about feminists, or Stabby brings something depressing about some kids dying in a fire
Dying
in
here.
the comfort of their own home,
Yeah.
with their mom holding them in their arms,
Bled to death.
and the dad comes home and shoots
Story
himself.
by
You
Stabby.
can always
and Stabby.
count on Stabby
Okay.
for a good severed head or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What a great
Always
state.
having a good Dan baby joke.
Oh, good. So, just when we brought that up,
Here we go.
I just
Man
wanted.
with tax protest sign fatally shoots self in front of shocked crowded Capitol.
why were they
Yes.
shocked? You'd think they'd be shocked after he shot himself, but apparently they were shocked before.
They're prematurely shocked.
The funny thing is, the majority of people just were like, "Oh yeah, his sign said something about the 1%." He didn't really even make that much of an impression.
Wow.
But there was a little girl and her mother who just started crying after it happened. So that's
Oh, yeah.
a positive.
Yep.
So he's gonna win by being dead
Mm-hmm.
and never winning that battle. Like
the best way to win is to die in vain.
Yeah.
Yeah, to die for nothing. Don't shoot one of the 1%. Shoot yourself.
Yeah. I mean, you could have at least taken some of them with you.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying, man. Go down to like that. What is it? There's like that group of people who make laws.
Maybe he was the 1%, and he was like,
I don't know.
"I'll take care of it."
The rich. I don't know who makes laws now. Who does that
No,
nowadays?
there's a group. I just can't remember the name of it.
Payoff.
That essentially they're not elected officials. They're just a group of people, and corporations pay to have representation in this group.
You know, Schoolhouse Rock.
And they write laws, not just
We
ask.
need to update it. We need to include the corporate, capitalist America portion of this is where all the laws come from because they buy all the fucking
Yeah,
politicians.
we can take field trips to McDonald's and protest.
That's how laws were made.
Yeah, essentially, it's a group of people that write laws specifically for the corporations, because it's corporate representatives that are all writing them, and they have to pay millions of dollars to be part of this group. And then they'll just bring senators in and pass the laws over to the senators, who will then put them
I
forth.
know. It's you're thinking of the Jews.
No, this is literally a
No,
group.
this is white people.
If you had enough money, you could go be part of this group.
This is just white people.
Oh, fuck, I can't remember what the name of it is. It's going to drive me nuts.
Rich white cocksuckers. Is who
So people need to go in there and go straight Boondock Saints on some rich ass motherfuckers. That's still just
I'm not saying that they
vigilantes
should.
now.
That might be illegal, but I'm not saying I would be upset if they did.
I don't condone it, but I'm not going to tell you not to do it.
I totally condone it.
Exactly.
Oh, for the purposes of the podcast, though, no, we don't.
Yeah. For the purpose of any legal action being taken against us, no, we do not condone this action.
Though it would be nice to have an NSA agent viewing us. That would be cool.
That would be two
Wait, don't we
viewers.
already have one?
I'm pretty sure if any group of people on the internet have an NSA agent watching them, we're definitely one of those groups.
Hi!
That's views
Hi,
right there,
NSA.
son.
How are you?
We're growing our audience.
So here we on the depressing theme of stories that I like to bring. Women's rape fantasies. How common? What do they mean?
Oh, okay. So, like,
people
what
fantasize?
what percentage of women is okay to?
I don't wanna.
So from 1973 through 2008, 9 surveys of women's rape fantasies have been published. They show that about 4 in 10 women admit to having them, 31 to 57%. With a median frequency of about once a month.
Yeah. It's like,
what am I missing?
Nothing.
Nothing. Just roll.
Sure.
Just roll.
I just thought it was funny that, like, you know, all the rape culture stuff, and there's a.
There we go.
Oh my God.
Awesome. Oh my God.
He's
just fucked now.
Yeah, his microphone is already not helping him out. So.
All right, truce.
Are they just muting each other now?
Oh, did he just bail?
I'm going to see if maybe turning off my camera helps with the connection.
Oh, okay.
Just so you guys know, the reason all those stories were similar is because I just pulled shit off of Twitter this morning when I was looking through it.
Oh yeah, you
it wasn't like I specifically looked for that shit. I just forgot to look for shit.
I want to say right now that much like our previous episodes where we discussed like the bondage thing, where people were like, "Oh yeah, 50 Shades of Grey," and then they tried it for real.
Oh yeah,
like not so much fan. Like these are fantasies. Like women don't necessarily want to be raped for real, so don't go doing that.
No, that's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I can speak from experience. Maybe none at all. No experience.
Start a toddler fight club or something respectable. You know?
Yeah, seriously, guys, come on. All right, so now that I've run out of stories to do, I'm just gonna go lay down.
All right.
Okay. Let's.
Take my headphones with
Am I seriously the only one with a working camera right now?
Well, you guys said my voice was going robot.
I have.
Yeah, but you're
better now that the camera's off.
Yeah, that's why I was turning the camera off to increase the so that my mic would work.
Yeah, so it's just you, Angle. We're all focusing on you. Don't get nervous. But
let's make Angle hard.
Everything is writing on you.
On the main picture.
I want you to understand that.
Let's critique everything about his room.
Are we gonna draw dicks on his face now?
All right, you've got a picture of got a picture from an army officer up there.
Can I draw a dick somehow?
Draw a dick.
No,
right here.
No, we're not going to stoop that low.
Right
That's not bad. Stop it.
Right
hey, our podcast is better than that. We're professionals.
We're professionals. My phone went off within 5 minutes of starting.
You're a goddamn liar.
Yes, we avoided that.
I knew the soundboard would come out eventually.
Of course. That's the best part. Oh, I guess if we're just going to talk about random bullshit by now. I'm wounded! Ah!
I don't know what happened.
Also, you have DirecTV.
It's
disgusting.
No.
Did you jerk off again?
Yeah, I just jerked off like that. I gotta start being more of a righty because lefty just ain't doing it for me right now.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty.
Righty tighty.
That's a jerk off thing, right?
Oh God, actually, I don't know. That might go south a little bit. Too tight.
It always.
Well, it's supposed to go south if you're not jerking off. How else do you do it, man?
Arriba.
Oh, my sound stuff doesn't work.
Oh.
That sucks. What the fuck?
Someone do a sad trombone for him.
Yeah.
You can't do a soundboard.
Yay.
Yeah, that is too festive, isn't it?
Yeah. It is.
I really don't like that sad. It's too happy to be sad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Like I want to hear struggle when I hear that tune. I want to hear happy mariachi music. Oh, Mexicans! I can add them to the race hierarchy.
Class is like, who do I hate? Time to make the racist list.
Mexicans.
Oh God.
That's gonna go well. I know. I can already like smell the complaining.
What's a race we've never made fun of? We need a new race that we've never ever done before. What about
Sudanese?
Okay, I got so many I couldn't keep up with them just then.
Oh, you know what? As an aside, if you're watching this podcast and you find us amusing, try to share us with a social justice warrior in your life, because while we're incredibly incompetent and we don't think we can get viewers from our actual quality and entertainment, we can get hate views.
Probably.
And we would love it if people that hated us were watching in much greater numbers.
Yeah, donate $5 today.
Well, hate views is like a gateway to actual views.
I'll take whatever I can get. So if you know somebody that would be highly offended by what we do and would then watch every single episode in order to complain and harass us about it,
encourage others,
by all means, please encourage them to view our fine products.
Do we send these to like the SJW?
No.
I do, but I think I'm blocked.
Oh, yeah. No, you probably made your way on a blacklist. Maybe.
Oh my god.
I tweet them to people that I think would be highly offended.
You're on a blacklist.
I'm not joking. I really do.
I'm not surprised about that, actually.
That's great.
I also tweet my own videos off of my own channel, Skittles Mixed Happy Pants, in an effort to get hate views. Because realistically, if you're doing a popsicle stick show with Hitler, Jesus, and a unicorn with balls at the end of his horn living in an apartment, nobody wants to see that with any sort of rational, no rational human being wants to watch that intentionally. So you have to find people that would be highly offended and get really angry to watch it. Are you multi-palming your face there?
Yeah.
He doesn't have enough hands to do it. He needs to be like Goro to do it effectively.
Yeah, and if I can get some of Anita Sarkeesian's fan base to really hate me, I mean, they donate so much money to her, surely they would give me a lot of money to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, pay us.
Yeah,
we've been doing this all wrong. Don't pay us to do the podcast. Pay us to do it.
Pay us to stop.
Finally, something that works.
Give us money that we will not do videos anymore.
Yeah, keep doing this, people, until you pay up.
For every $5 we get, we'll take 5 minutes off the podcast.
Nice. $5? Wait a minute. $5 at least per person.
No, it'll get raised over time.
I want something and then eventually it raises
slowly.
You have to start small with blackmail, Hearth. You got to start small with blackmail.
Yeah.
And it grows over time.
Right now it's like brown
And
mail.
once you get them on the hook and you've got more and more
darker.
information about them, you can get the worse and worse.
Yeah.
That's like $1.25 per week.
Well, but if we get there's 60 minutes on average in total. So, I mean, that's
actually pretty good.
$15 a piece if we can get it canceled altogether.
We're boring our own hosts.
We will pay.
Class has been watching porn from the halfway point. Come on, let's be fair.
Yeah, he's not. He's busy cranking it.
Oh, I'm balls deep in my hand right now. There is nothing you guys can do about it.
You want me to tell you about the time I almost died?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Balls
We'll share
Yay.
almost dying stories. Let's do that.
It's really not as exciting as it sounds.
I don't care. Go for it.
So along the coastline where I'm at, there's a bunch of big rocks, and you can sort of climb along the coastline, just sort of bouldering, climbing over boulders and shit. It's not like cliffside or anything like that.
Acting a fool.
And me and my friends had gone probably a couple miles climbing along the rocks up the coastline. And we came to a point which the only way to go forward was a 3-foot gap or go back and get up on the highway and walk along the highway. And so my two skinny motherfuckers friends managed to jump over the gap with relative ease.
Yeah.
My sad, sorry ass, on the other hand, only got about half. The ledge hit me around my midsection, and I caught it. Here's the fun part: the rock in my right hand broke off of the fucking big rock.
Yay!
So I ended up hanging by my left hand with just a big old fucking gash in my right where it cut the shit out of my hand.
It's like an 80s movie.
Over about a 20-foot drop. Where the water was crashing onto jagged rocks.
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's
straight out of a fucking movie. It was
so cool.
Fuck. But let me tell you, that whole adrenal response thing is absolutely real. Because under normal circumstances, there's no way I could lift myself with my left arm. My left arm, I'd just be dead.
Yeah. But then you become
But in these circumstances, I just fucking pulled myself right back up. And then my friends just grabbed my right arm and dragged my ass over the lip of the rock, and that was the last time I did that. It was just like, maybe jumping over 3-foot gaps over like 20 foot to death is probably not the best plan.
Stabby pulls out a little person to torture from his pocket, and then he becomes Super Stabby.
Yeah, there you go.
I think, yeah. It's kind of like a Super Mario thing. He's got to eat like a baby, and then he...
Yeah, he's got to eat a baby.
Jesus Christ.
That powers him up.
How did you know?
He turned from like little Stabby into big Stabby.
I mean, technically, I'm not admitting to eating babies.
Shooting fireballs.
But really, how did you know?
Flying over the raccoon.
That's how I gained my superpowers.
Raccoons don't fly. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, there was another one I almost died on. I think the guy was trying to kill himself, though. I was driving down a big hill in my Ford Saab Turbo, and I was going maybe 120 miles an hour.
Maybe.
And coming up on this guy who's in the other lane, going the opposite direction. It's a one-lane highway, and he's going to turn left on a street that goes across my lane.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still not going, and I'm getting closer, and he's still not going, and I'm getting closer. And then he goes when he's about 50 yards in front of me, and I'm, mind you, doing about 120 at this point.
Yeah.
So I ended up doing like this badass slide around it, where like I drove into his lane, slammed on the brakes to lock all 4 wheels, and slid around to the side, and then like managed to get back in after.
You could call it badass.
It was mostly
call it dumbass.
By accident.
Yeah,
I probably
like,
shouldn't have been going 120 miles an hour.
Where is the line?
That was as fast as that little car could go.
Where's the line between doing something cool because it's cool, or doing something cool because you're an idiot?
I think
no, I was
the line.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like when that thing costs you an arm or a leg or your head.
I think that there's a gray area.
Yeah.
Well,
to be fair though,
like maybe when you just get a cool scar, then it's dumbassery.
It's like, what's the difference between being foolish and courageous? And it's like, maybe you got to have a little bit of both. Like, you know.
But to be fair though, this guy had a good 45 seconds at least.
No, yeah, it was all his fault.
He could have made the turn
before
I got there. He was waiting, and I think he was trying to kill himself.
Yeah.
So I honestly think he was trying to commit vehicular suicide, where he would intentionally get wrecked.
Get wrecked.
Or the worst insurance fraud in the world, you know, like one of the other.
Well, that actually really hurt.
Maybe he was trying to stand up for the 99% by dying horribly, and being like, hey, that was a...
Oh, Engelhardt injured himself. Everybody pay attention to Engelhardt.
No.
So, how did you turn his camera off?
Did I miss the story on how he injured himself?
I think we missed the video.
Oh.
Me, because I'm laying down at this point.
Oh.
Ladies.
Okay.
Are you laying like? I like to think you look like a Snorlax, kind of.
I'm just leaned really far back in my chair with my leg up on the desk.
Yeah,
perfect image, that image of the Snorlax laying back.
Hey, you know what? There's probably a lot of chicks out there that want to fuck the Snorlax, so I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah, I do.
They like big men.
I mean, the Snorlax certainly doesn't, because he can't see his own. He can't see his own penis.
Some point, someone just comes along and goes, okay.
Yeah.
Here we
Fact
go.
about Pokemon you didn't know: the Snorlax can't see his own willy.
Well, it's more like he plays hide and seek with his dick. It gets hard, and he's like, "Oh, hey there," and then it goes away, and he's like, "Oh, I lost it."
He's like,
Here,
"I
you
choose
can-
you."
Sabby, you can focus on my screen.
He's trying to find it.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Oh.
I like that you have like a picture of the Pokemon
wait.
on hand, ready to go. Like that's a little weird, man.
The picture
I mean,
of the
it's-
Snorlax trying to find his dung, like that is strictly that is looking down to try to see where it's at.
I
Hey,
am,
buddy.
That just makes me think that the class has a lot of really weird shit that he masturbates to.
Pokemans.
see, I am an internet Boy Scout, always prepared, always got.
That's dirty.
Which makes me think that there's a giant bottle of lube like right next to like a box of tissues next to the hard drive.
Snorlax has some other really good poses, just so you know.
Oh yeah, he's got the.
Dirty.
And I can imagine stabbing all of them.
Thanks. I'm glad you do that.
Here we go.
It's not weird and creepy.
Oh shit!
What's unintentionally funny? Like it's incredible. Like you can't watch it and not just start cracking up. It'd be fursuit porn. Because you can't tell like who's a man and who's a woman, and they'll like pet each other and stuff like they're animals, and like nuzzle like parts. So like it just gets funnier and funnier as it goes.
Who's got a dick?
They kind of act out the animal thing.
Nice.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's just so funny.
Do they sniff each
and there's just
butts?
something about watching a couple of mascots banging. It's just like really like surreal. Well, they look like mascots.
They're gonna make a new team.
They have like the big fucking mascot head things, like the fucking cat or a fox or a bear or whatever, along with like the fursuit. And it just looks really uncomfortable too. Like it's way too warm. Because like sex is already sweaty enough.
Well, yeah.
Like imagine doing sex with like a quarter inch of fur all over your body.
Oh god.
Well, some of us come equipped with that naturally.
Well, yeah, but you're not going to sweat more. Just imagine if you put an extra layer on.
No.
Like, I can't even imagine. Like, those fursuits must smell fucking terrible the next day.
Yeah.
Just
covered
like a fucking day.
You want to talk first? Let's talk first.
That's why Hitler and I are very lucky. We just have naturally smooth, hairless legs.
Yeah. It allows you to wear those too.
Having said that,
and we definitely
let me point out, if there's any ladies out there that want to bang me in a fursuit, I would totally do that for sex because I don't really give a shit.
Bow chicka bow wow.
Or dudes. I mean, I don't see you rejecting a guy. You said yourself you can't tell.
Oh yeah, in the fursuits you really couldn't tell as long as the hole's wet and moist. It's really...
Snorlax panties exist. So,
really? That's fucking
so
awesome.
You have a chance, sir. There you go. Go find a
girl with
Snorlax panties.
Sounds like a plan.
I knew everything's coming up stabby.
Okay, now there's anime girls dressed as Snorlax, so that's.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Now I'm mildly
Are any of them safe
confused.
for work? Can you put it up on here without us getting like in trouble for not censoring it?
I don't know. That's a good question. Is this guy sucking off a Snorlax? Oh, good. No, just.
I'm concerned about what you're looking at.
Just sleep.
Dude, everything's coming up stabby.
Just sleeping wasn't sucking
Yeah,
off.
by this point, if we keep this up, I'm going to need a shower.
It all started with class making a fairly decent fat joke, and now it comes up to like Stabby might get laid by some chick who's really into Snorlax.
Yeah.
Really into Snorlax. I mean, like, go out and buy a costume kind of deal.
I mean, like, bright lime green panties with bright blue trim Snorlax.
Now I'm just picturing like blue-dyed pubic
You're
hair, like
basically
peeking on
fucking
the
a
edges.
Ninja Turtle at that point.
Yeah, they've got Stabby written all over them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what chick doesn't want to hang with Stabby?
Stabby as Daredevil.
That's probably a nickname that I'm going to regret at some point later on.
Stabby.
Bubba.
You should imagine that on a first date. Hi, I'm Linda. Oh, I'm Stabby. Where are you going? Why did you leave?
Hi, Stabby. Mixed Stabby pants. How are you?
Mixed
Oh,
Stabby
man.
pants. Oh my god.
So,
yeah, that's just
Snorlax comes from Munchlax. Just saying. He munches a lot and relaxes.
Munch that
Oh,
girl.
man. We were having way too much fun with just fucking Pokemon.
It's Pokemans. Say it right.
Pokemon.
Man.
So should we just end this tragedy now on the high note of
I
Snorlax?
love that.
Why would we ever want to end? No, this is going to go until the hangout is ended.
The fat man's role model.
You know, we should do like a New Year's Eve
That man's
podcast where we start at like 8 o'clock and just go till midnight.
Yeah.
At like a certain point, we're all just like playing video games and ignoring each other. Nothing's fucking happening.
I have a feeling we'd end up arguing and then not talking to each other for
Snorlax, the American dream.
That's awesome. I want to live that.
I think it might be funny to do a New Year's Eve thing at some point, but it just would have to be awful.
Real life female Snorlax. Run away.
Here we go. Living the American dream.
Oh, that's cute.
This is a Munchlax.
Munchlax.
All right, and I think on that note, we should probably end.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think I'm good.
I imagine Stabby's going to be
Our
hungry
legion
right
of
now.
viewers is now probably down to 0. So I like that.
Our legion of
Not
viewers.
the legion of viewer.
Yeah, but now we got 3 of them. I mean, if we can get rid of 2 if we wanted, we could just tell them to stop watching and hope they listen, and then start like threatening them, sending things to their house. I don't know.
Burning stuff on their front porch.
Yeah. But we used to put dog poop on the Asian neighbors' doorsteps. Yeah.